Alright, in this particular video what we're going to go over is how to add and subtract rational expressions that already have like denominators. It'll be pretty easy. We'll quickly do 4 problems. It shouldn't take you that long. As long as you understand that you have the same denominator, everything will be super easy. So right now, this says y squared plus 47. This has y squared plus 47, which allows us to be able to add these like terms up here in the numerator. So if we were to add a 14, alright, to a negative 7, or basically 14 minus 7, all we would get is 7. So we're going to get a final answer of 2y squared, alright, plus 7 all over y squared plus 47. So all I did was basically take this 14 right here, and I added the 2y squared. Then over here we have minus 7. Well, what are the only terms that are considered to be like terms? That would be the 14 minus 7, which gets me this positive 7. And that's all I'm going to do. And that would be pretty easy. Alright, when you're adding things, it's pretty easy. Just make sure you just combine the like terms correctly together. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and just type this in. I'm going to start with the denominator. Alright, we have the denominator is going to be y squared plus 47. Alright, the numerator will be 2y squared. And then we'll just put 14 minus 7. Let's put plus 7. Call that a day. Alright, this one's going to be a little bit trickier because we have what's called a minus right here. We have to subtract something. So I'm going to do this one a little bit slower. This is where students will make a mistake because of the old subtraction. So here we go. Let's go ahead and start by writing down 7y squared. We have a y cubed. We have plus 4y minus 1. And then you see there's a subtraction sign. We're going to subtract everything that is up there in the numerator. Alright, so there's more than one way to kind of tackle this, and I'll kind of explain to you what I like to do. Now when you have to take this away, basically what you're doing right here is you have to take away every single one of these. So what I like to do is I like to just basically apply that negative to each term in the numerator. So I'm going to basically end up with 7y squared, and we have a negative times a negative, which makes that a positive, so I'm going to put plus 2y squared, and then minus times a 3y becomes minus 3y, and that's all over y cubed plus 4y minus 1. Now I can clearly see my like terms, 7y squared and 2y squared. Okay. So once again, what do? I take that negative, I just apply it to the first term and apply it to the second term, then I just combine like terms. So my final answer I'm going to have is a total of 9y squared minus 3y all over y cubed plus 4y minus 1. And that's what I'm going to type in to the answer space right here. Alright, so I'm going to type in 9y squared minus, take a look at it here, we got minus 3y. Alright, and then our common denominator was y to the power of 3y cubed plus 4y minus 1. Now, sometimes you got to be able to see, is there anything you could factor out? You could factor out some, you could factor out a 3 and a y out of this numerator, but you can't factor out a 3 and the y in the denominator. If you could have factored out one more y, then we could have factored out some y's and simplified it. But right now, this is as simplified as it's going to be. Alright? Alright, let's do another one. Alright, let's go ahead and tackle this one. Let's go ahead and carefully write it down. We have a 3 minus a 10z. My favorite letter to write. Just kidding. 10z squared minus 3 Alright, now, what I'm going to do right now is I'm just going to go ahead and just take care of it right now. I'm just going to multiply that negative to both of those. So right now, we have the same denominator. Alright, so I'm just going to make this a little bit faster. I'm going to say minus 12z, and then I'm going to put minus 5. Alright, so what I just did right there, if you're like, what the heck did you just do right there? What all I did was put that sucker in parentheses and apply that negative to the 12z to make it a negative 12z. And then negative times a 5 is a minus 5. So we're just going to now combine our like terms. So what can we combine? I can combine a 3 and a negative 5. And that makes a negative 2. And then right here, we can also combine a negative 10z and a negative 12z. And that becomes a negative 22z. Alright, and that's going to be all over 10z squared minus 3. And there's nothing we're going to be able to factor out. We could factor out a 2 here, but we can't factor out a 2 out of this and this. So we're just going to leave it as is. Alright, that's exactly what we're going to type in for our final answer. So all I did was just distribute that negative and combine like terms. And that was it. Start with the old fraction. Carefully type in 10z squared minus 3. Alright, and what do we have? We had minus 22z minus 22z. Then we had minus 2. Minus 2. Just check your work. Make sure you do it. Hopefully, we got this one right too. Hey, we did. Look at us. We're on a roll. Alright. Oh, this will be an easy one. Alright, let's just take a look at it. We won't even have to do a whole bunch of work. These are the same denominator. Let's just add some things that we know. Ready? So, we're just going to go ahead, just to finish this off. We know the denominator. It's got to be the same denominator, which is 2x squared minus 7. And the numerator, all you got to do is just take the 6 and add it to the negative 8. Well, what is 6 plus a negative 8? Well, that's going to be negative 2. So all we're going to be left with is a negative 3x minus 2. Not much. There's nothing you can factor out of that and that to really simplify it. So let's check one more time. 6 plus negative 8 is negative 2. Everything's looking good. Well, that should be an easy 100. All right. So just remember, you can always look where it says see a step-by-step solution. All right. So you can see all they did was just combine like terms. And that was it. So you can read through it, see if that helps you. Have a good day.